Hi everyone, this is Priyanshi Gulati from ET Hospitality World, and we have a very special guest with us, Chef Manisha Bhasin from ITC Hotels. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Priyanshi.
So, ma'am, the recent event which happened was G20, and ITC Hotels represented India in front of the foreign delegate that came there. So, how was the experience there and presenting ITC in a very grand event? So, how did it all happen, and what was your experience over there?
So it's a great responsibility, great experience because we had to not only represent ITC, we were representing country per se, and we of course put our best foot forward. So it was a huge magnitude. It was catering to the all heads of state. That was almost 22 heads of state, along with them their full entourage and their spouses, and of course the media, the diplomats, the delegates. All that was done. So in close, we catered to almost 1 lakh people in those 2 days, and of course with the heavy security protocol and ensuring that I put the Indian food on a global map in the right manner. So that was a great challenge. At the same time, it was very exciting for us. So what we did was we took the local Indian ingredients and put them on the world plate because the dinner was being hosted by the President of India, and also to the catering to all the other countries as well. So we didn't want to go a very Indian way, yet keeping the tradition very much intact there. So we used the Indian flavors, Indian ingredients, Indian techniques, yet presented a very international global plate, which was appreciated by everybody. So that was a great experience for us. And for the lunch, also the brief was very tight that it has to be absolutely dry. You have to present Indian thali, but then with thali you think of only gravies. So that's when we kept rethinking, and again we presented very traditional Indian food in a kind of a finger food kind of a way, so that when they're working at the same time, the lunch is going on.
Yes.
So these are great challenges, but what one came across, and I'm so glad it went off well. Yeah.
That's so amazing, ma'am. So, as you are a very renowned chef, and women all over the world has taken up this profession as a chef. So, how do you feel about women getting inspired by chefs like you to pick up this as their career?
I don't think, very often I'm asked this question. I don't think gender has anything to do with it. It's all about individual, take on or the attitude towards your work or your profession. So, whatever you do, whether you're a man or male or a female, I think you need to understand that you got to put your passion, you got to put your 100% hard work there, and you will be a success. Because I don't think today in the world of gender equality and D&I taking such a big, forefront, there would be any ever chance that a woman should think differently. In fact, this question, if you asked me 30 years ago, my answer still would have been the same.
So, as millet was the international grain of the year, how has ITC incorporated this achievement, and what is your response of that? Millet was the international grain of the year. How you personally and about the ITC, how you have incorporated this thing?
So millet, we started working with millet almost way back in 2012 or 13, where at ITC Hotels we incorporated that in our Zesty Morning, in our various bread programs, in our Starter Fresh program, which is the very tight breakfast offering, which is based on these forgotten grains, which is offered to our travelers and the guests alike. So that is what we put on the plate, and of course when Prime Minister of India announced it as a millet year, being 2023, with the UN as well, and that's when we took this momentum much more forward, and we have millet in all our buffets. In fact, I recently concluded a millet program along with Marriott Worldwide. So they have launched their millet bread program with ITC in the APAC region, that means Asia Pacific and China. So in their hotels in Marriott, it is available, the breads that are made based on Indian millet and Indian ingredients. So that's doing very well. So these are the steps forward, because if you must understand, millet grows with very little water, and it can grow in any condition, more or so, except cold. So if we have to eradicate hunger by 2050, that is the way forward, because you have to look at the grains which take less water, have shorter life cycle to grow, so that you can produce much more from the earth, because you'll have so many more mouths to feed.
That's correct, ma'am. So, very last question: how was your experience today being the panel of this event?
As always, very exciting. It's great to interact with people and understand their perspective. We had people from Taj, Marriott. There was a good representation. So you understand what the other chains also do. You learn from them. You exchange ideas, you learn from them, and ET is a great platform.
So, thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
For more updates, stay tuned. Thank you.